Hello everybody, Brad here today and welcome back to Project Hospital. So that was good timing, look at this ambulance and just here. Anyway, we're going to have to pause the game because we've just had an email from our good friend, the Health Minister Magnus S. So let's have a look at this. Okay, so, hi Brad, your finance department should have received a substantial grant of $50,000. Yeah, it looks like it because we were pretty poor, so it looks like we have received that grant. I would like this money to be used to build a clinic specialising in treating ear, nose and throat diseases and disorders. Oh, okay. We've seen an increase in the amount of patients coming to hospitals in the area needing specialist ENT treatment. Best wishes, Magnus S. Okay, so that's an interesting one. We have got much more space down here, so if we are to open an ENT clinic, also called, I'm going to try and pronounce this right, otorhinolaryngology, no, otorhinolaryngology, I don't know, anyway that one, ENT department, I'm going to call it the ENT department. So we might need to start going upstairs, and you think, well, we are going to start going upstairs. So this is the plan. Let's get in some elevators because we're definitely going to need to get some really good access upstairs, and then we'll try and treat this patient who's just coming into our trauma centre just down here, and then we can start building our ENT department. Can you, Mary, come on, can you please get all this cleaned up? We don't like this, do we? We don't want dirty floors. Right, I need an elevator. I'm going to get one in here because we saved this space especially for an elevator. So let's get out our blue wall, and I've downloaded some more mods recently and I really like, if I can find it, there's a really nice sign mod that is this is like really common in British hospitals to see signs like this which kind of tell you where to go. I don't like that I can't put something there. I would have liked to have popped that in there, but I can't, so I'm going to have to pop it in there. Okay, so there's one elevator. Now, where can we get more? We're going to need some kind of way for patients to quite quickly transfer up and down from kind of over here, especially like our trauma centre. So maybe we'll get a couple of elevators out here, and let's get another one beside it. That'll be really good to have those in there. I assume this is the correct wallpaper. It is. So let's get that out there. Lovely. Okay, so what have we got? We've got 3 elevators. That should be plenty, at least in the first instance, and we can get more, maybe like one up here, maybe in the future. Okay, that's good. Right, so let's have a look. Let's see what's going on with this person down here. So we are looking at... Can I see the person, please? Thank you. We've got Casey Adams here, who's suffering either from a liver laceration or a penetrated spleen rupture. I'm smelling an operation. And then we'll get $50,000. Dana, you've been treated, have you? Okay, well, you go home then, love. Right, so Casey. So we're going to have a look and see what's wrong. Either this a penetrated spleen or a lacerated liver. Either way, it's not going too well for old Casey here. So let's do that. We need to do something like a quick blood test. I'm sure we can do that as well, but really important, I think, is going to be something like a fast. Yeah, or an urgent echo. I don't know if it really matters. We could do both. Let's just do both. I don't know if it matters or not. Right, okay, so let's see. Let's get Casey's card up again. So hopefully someone's going to come in quickly. Oh yeah, you're there, okay. Mark Johnson is collapsing with his lung contusion. So is he going to intensive care? He certainly is. Right, let's give him all of those treatments there. He needs oxygenotherapy, which I think he is getting, but he was getting over in the internal medicine department. Okay, so hopefully Mark will be okay. He's under very good care now. And again, that's taken our capacity right up to 100%. You know, we've got no spare beds in our intensive care unit. So we might have to be a little bit careful. If we need any more intensive care beds, it is going to quickly deteriorate our money. Right, Casey, we're not sure what's wrong yet, are we? So what I might do is we might start building the ENT clinic, and then we can come back down and help out. So our objective is complete. Oh, awesome. We must have just done a surgery over in, yeah. We performed a surgery on, no, not Judy Green, on Margaret. She had a fistula of the intestine, all nasty. So lovely, that's given us an extra $50,000. Casey is about to collapse. Do we have enough doctors? How many? 2. I think we are going to need more. If I move that to there, then what we can do is, we did delete a desk last episode, didn't we, just to try and get a bit more money, I think. So let's get in another desk with an office chair, a PC, and if I go on the doctor's office, let's just get in a paper holder for decoration. And we're going to get out 2 more nurses, 1 in the day and 1 at night. Now, probably a good thing for these to be clinical nurse specialists. So Jane's expensive, but she looks pretty good. And we can also get in maybe someone like Rachel. She has got a hidden perk. I'm not sure what that's going to be yet, but I'm confident that she'll be fine. Right, let's just get out another desk over here in our on-call room. So let's do that, and then we're going to get in 1 more doctor in the day. It's probably worth getting 1 more doctor in the day or 1 more at night. So Rachel's pretty good. She's expensive, but she's a good doctor. She has got a hidden perk. I'm sure she'll be fine. And then again at night, maybe we get a Robert's so expensive though. Who's here? So we're going to get in Casey. He's got 2 hidden perks, but we're going to have to be a bit more careful with our money. So hopefully having extra doctors over here will really help. And again, we're going to have to be careful over here because, you know, we're already full up here as well in our trauma centre. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful here because again, it's just going to take our money right down. Well, we've got plenty. Should we just get in? Let's get in 1 more. We're going to get in 1 more bay in our trauma centre. It might be worth getting, see, look, that was $20,000, and I'm going to get 1 more intensive care bed. It's expensive, guys, but it's something that has to be done, I think. Let's get that one in there. Again, that was $12,000. Okay, they all good. Intensive care, yeah, lovely. Just need a little bit of decorating here. So we're using the pink tiled bottom. So we need something like that, lovely. And we'll probably have a bit more room to get 1 more of these like bays in, I imagine. But that's good. So obviously it's, you know, our money has deteriorated quite quickly, but we've expanded our capacity by 33% in here and in here. So that's really, really good. Right, so what we're going to now do is actually go upstairs. So let's add new floor. We don't want to copy tiles or walls. We'll just bring up the floor, bring up the elevators. Right, now I think we'll have this is our emergency clinic, isn't it? Yeah, so again, I think that makes sense for this to be our ENT clinic just here. And we'll maybe go for something like an orange colour. Just something a little bit different. I think this will be good. So let's go down to maybe here. I think we'll go for the meantime, and we can change it in the future. And we won't put anything here, so we can really easily expand this area, I think is the best way. So we'll go like that around the houses. That wall there needs to be our interior wall. Okay, so then what we're going to want to do is if we open up our ENT cards, as we're going to need these rooms in red, we're going to have them, but I think it is also going to be worth us having restrooms, corridors, all of that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I think, I have downloaded the mod which allows patients to use the cafeterias, so it's going to be worth us just coming here and just saying that is staff only. That one, and I've got another one over here, haven't I? Yeah, that one there. And what I think I'm going to do is copy this here. So let's copy that. We'll take this upstairs and we'll make all the changes that we need to. So this is like our staff area. And I need to go back now to admin department. And I think we'll get this in here. So it's kind of like in between. So if we have another department over here, they can really easily get to this area, like a little staff area, isn't it? So let's pop that in. And obviously we need to make some changes here. So let's bring out that wall and we'll come out from there. And we'll kind of just go around a little bit like that, really simply, because this is all going to expand this area over time. So that wall does need to exist. That needs to go a bit like that. Okay, lovely jubbly. Obviously those windows need to go. Beautiful. And for the moment we'll just go with this floor. We'll just use this one for the moment and then we can change it later on down the line. Okay, lovely. Beautiful. So we've got our little staff area there. Now our actual clinic. So we're going to need doctor's offices, waiting room. Right, let's delete. Oh, I've done it again. Oh no, I didn't. I did delete the common room. Good. And then we can delete those. And then we can see that these are going to be specially for the ENT department. That's a cleaning closet. That there is a corridor, which is staff only. And then in here we're going to have a common room. And then this cafeteria here is staff only. There we go. Okay, so now we can work on getting in our offices, reception and waiting room. So what I think we're going to have is this to come in like that. And then this will be like a nice big corridor space, just so it's like light and airy. Then we'll get a couple doors. And then I think here we're going to have our reception. And then our actual hospitalisation, I think might be over here for ENT. Maybe over here, not too sure. So let's get in our reception, which is going to come in there like that. And we're going to have some counters. Can we get like an orange one? Beautiful. And we're going to have that a bit like that with a corner either side. And we'll get one PC for the moment. I think one will be plenty. Okay, and then we're going to have this reception to be extended a little bit like that. And then we can get in some benches on this wall there. And in the middle we'll go for, oh, let's get some more signage. I love that signage, it looks so good, doesn't it? So in the middle there we can go for lots of magazines. Okay, lovely. And then we're going to go for a back wall of complete orange with some glass in the middle. Yeah, a bit like that. Okay, and then that's going to be wooden floor, at least there. And then we're going to want to go into our waiting room, which I think is going to sit behind, a bit like that. Well, how much space do we have? Do we have any prefabs? No, because it's a mod. So let's build one of our rooms and then we know exactly how big these have to be. I think we'll go for something like 5 by 5. I think will be about right. So let's do that. We're going to put on a door with a window. And then inside here, we're going to want to zone that as a doctor's office. And then have an exam table somewhere like there. And then we'll put in a little privacy screen around that, just so you can change if you need to get naked. If you need to get naked, you can get changed in privacy. And then I think we'll go for an office desk if I can find it. Let's go for that one, maybe like a light wood, and have an office chair. We'll go for white with a PC. We'll go for this PC, something a little bit different. We'll go for a paper holder. I think I'm going to get a sink maybe in the corner with a biohazard bin and disinfectant dispenser on top. We'll get in a fancy, that was posh, a fancy chair next to it. We can get in an oxygen tank. And what else do we need? We need an eye test, which we can pop in above the oxygen tank. We need a medical light for our bed, and then we need some kind of equipment, don't we? So let's, are we going to have enough room? I don't like it like that. I think I'm going to have to get them in there. Eye test can stay there, but we'll move the oxygen tank over to, can that go in there? No. Okay, so let's delete the oxygen tank. We'll delete that and we'll pop in our equipment cabinets here. And we need an audiometer, we need a CRP scan, and we'll also get in a whiteboard, I think. Okay, beautiful. Now we'd also get in a clock. We can get in a couple of posters. I have downloaded some new posters as well. So where are we? We're in ENT, aren't we? In those throats. We haven't got any posters that kind of directly relate to that. We're getting the strep throat poster. And there should be a COVID-19 poster somewhere. COVID-19. Lovely. Right, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to have this bit over here is like orange tiles. Then the rest of the room can maybe be checkered. It is night time, so it's quite hard to see, but I think that looks good. Then we can get in a window. So let's get in a window there. That'd be lovely. So if I copy this, I think we'll go for 2 rooms. I think will be plenty in the first instance. Let's just expand this waiting room. So it's a bit like that. And this is all going to be the reception. Lovely. And then up there will probably be a corridor. A bit like that. Okay, we've got loads of room over here to expand. So this waiting room will have, I think we'll go for the stripe. It's quite, I think we've got lots of space in here. We could also move this over here just to fill out some of the space maybe. We could do that, I suppose, couldn't we? Do I want to do that? Because I think absolute maximum we're going to have 3 rooms here, like absolute maximum. So that would be there like that. So we definitely have enough space for it, don't we? Should we move it over? Let's move it. I like to move it, move it. Right, let's move that. Do you know what? It might be easier to move all of it at once. Or maybe not. Well, let's put the canteen down there and the common room. Maybe actually in there. Like so. Then that can be a corridor there, which is staff only. So let's make sure that that is zoned as a corridor, which is staff only, and that canteen is also staff only. Then we can move our restroom to be a bit more central, because obviously anyone will be using this, staff and patients alike. So we could get that maybe tucked down here, and then we can move our cleaning closet also to be there next to it. And then we'll just extend this one out. So in here, let's go for orange tiles. We'll extend it out to there, and then we'll delete that wall in there. Then we're going to want to make sure that this is all classed as the cleaning closet. There we go. Okay, so I think that's nice. And then the rest of this for the moment will be a corridor. Not it. No, no, no. I don't want... Okay, well, I can't be bothered to change it now. So this is all going to be corridor. Like that. Lovely. Okay. And then we'll delete that and that, because that's going to need to be an ENT corridor, and that is an ENT common room. Beautiful. Okay, so let's change out our floor, and our stripe now has to come down here, all the way down here, up to about there. Lovely. Then we'll get out the floor in the middle. Beautiful, beautiful. Right, so now we just need to decorate. Oh, we're missing a little bit of floor in here as well. Let's make sure that's all the black floor. And over here we can kind of just delete all of that. It can all go. Don't need it. We do not need it. And then this floor here will get in a bit like that. Lovely. And then I think there's a room over here that we need to delete, the corridor. Okay, lovely. Right, this is also going to have to be a corridor out here, else it will not get cleaned. So we're going to definitely want that to be a corridor. Now, we're going to have to do some decoration, aren't we? Some decoration. So let's get some card files out there. We'll get in a water dispenser. Over here, I think we'll give some more benches maybe. A bit like that. We'll get in a vending machine so people can have a little snack. And we'll also get in a coffee vending machine. Then we're going to want to do our waiting room in here. So let's do a couple of pods of benches. A bit like that. Lovely. We'll get out some coffee tables with some stuff on the top. So let's get out some coffee tables. A bit like that, I think. Then we can get out a waiting room sign. Beautiful. We'll get some posters like strep throat, MHC, a therapy poster. Then we get out some potted plants. And on top here we'll go for a lamp. These guys over here can have some bonbons. Oh no, maybe they can't, it won't fit, but they can have some brochures. We'll get an info board, we'll get in some more magazines. We'll get a luxury plant, because we are a luxury hospital, guys. Remember that we are a luxury hospital. Then we go for some fire extinguishers, fire axe, and a fire alarm. Okay, that looks good. What else do we need over here? Maybe a bin. I'll get another plant over there, and then we'll make sure that they've got some Wi-Fi. As people will not want to be waiting if they haven't got any Wi-Fi, guys, you know that. Right, and then out here we're going to want to get out some signs. So we're going to go backwards, so that's going to be 1, that's going to be 2, ENT decal, and we're going to want these to be doctors' offices. A bit like that. And then we'll get a sign over here to say cleaning closet. This one here is the restroom, and then in here we have our canteen and staff room. So we're going to need that one there, and we'll just get in that one, I think, because it's like a canteen / staff room, isn't it? Okay, lovely. Well, there we go. We only need some more flooring just in there. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Right, so there we go. There is our ENT department. We are going to have to get out some staff. So our doctor, I mean, we don't really need anything. We could have someone that's good at advanced diagnosis, I suppose. Couldn't we? That would really help, actually. So maybe we'll go for someone like Susan. She's really good, and her rest levels decrease slower. And Dr. DW, you wanted to be a doctor in our ENT department. Please let me know, guys, if you want to be named as any doctors, nurses, janitors, technicians, anything like that. You're going to be our chief. So let's say that Dr. DW, you are our chief of ENT, and we'll also get in someone fairly cheap, hopefully. So maybe someone like Fraser, because again, he's got that advanced diagnosis perk. And we're going to need to get in a receptionist. Karen King looks pretty good. And down here we'll get in some janitors. Let's get in Judy, Rachel, Jordan's cheap, and we'll also go for Judy. Okay, there we go. There is our functioning department. Right, let's go and see Casey. Casey, what is wrong with you? Okay, and then let's go and see him. Right, so he's collapsing again, but I don't think we're still too... Oh, he's died. Oh, he's died. Oh dear, this is where we need the autopsy, guys, isn't it? And we could have had a look at what was wrong with him. We could have finally sorted out what was his diagnosis. Oh, I'm sorry, Casey. I probably should have looked after you a little bit better. I'm sorry. I was too preoccupied with getting in our ENT department. I'm sorry. Where's this lady going? So Kate has got a fistula of the intestine, so she needs her abdominal surgery. I assume she's coming in here. Why can't she have... Hospitalisation is required for the treatment is not available. Oh, she needs to go in high dependency unit. Yeah, I think she does. So let's get in some more beds in our HDU. That's going to be, yeah, we've not got much money left. And then can we say that Kate can now be transferred to HDU? Oh, she is, and she's already having her surgery planned. Okay, that is brilliant. So I think it's going to be pretty quiet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward it to the morning. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing? And we'll see if we get some patients up here in our ENT clinic. Okay, so I'll see you bright and early. Okay, so it looks like it's pretty busy here in our reception area. Karen comes late into work, which is not great because these patients have been waiting up here for a while now. Because obviously she takes a little bit longer to get into work. So we might have to fire old Karen to get in a new nurse who does not come late into work. But look how busy it is. So this is our first patient here. We've got Carol Hall. So she's got hand, foot and mouth disease. So she needs some rest, but we will give her all of these little bits as well. Okay, so that's her done. Who's going to be coming into the room next? Here we've got Susan Smith, who's got obstructive sleep apnea. So she needs continuous positive airway pressure, which we can give her. And then we'll give her these other bits as well. Okay, so these look fairly simple to treat at the moment. Oh, Carol's yet been treated, so she can go. Oh, Fraser Wilson here, so I'm not sure what's wrong with Fraser. So let's do some extra hearing tests, because it looks like we'll be able to easily identify what one it is if we do some more ear tests. Let's do pulmonary test, sweat chloride. Froze a little bit there on me. What else we've got? ENT audiotometry. So let's try that and we'll see if that brings back any results there for Fraser, and that should be him sorted out. Okay, so Susan, yeah, so she now should be treated, and we've got Carol Hall, so they should both be treated. So that's 2 patients down. We might need another doctor in here. I did put in a new room because we did complete one more objective. So one of our specialised departments had a prestige rating of 80% or better. So that was really good. So let's get in Richard, because he's pretty cheap as well. Because we're pretty busy here. Wait, did that say... I thought it said internal medicine. I thought I was going a little bit mad then. Right, so hopefully those 2 will be treated. So here we've got Jennifer Young. So I'm not sure if it's chronic sinusitis or chronic sinusitis with polyps. And I assume the only difference is we obviously will see the nasal polyps, won't we? So what we need to do is do the nasal cavity inspection. Where? There, nasal cavity inspection. So we'll do that. Here we've got Christopher Taylor, who's got exactly the same thing. So he needs to have the nasal cavity inspection. Okay, there we go. So this is going very well so far. Thomas Moore has got a complicated diagnosis. We're not sure he's got Campylobacteriosis or hemolytic uremic syndrome. Okay. Physical exam. Has he had a physical exam? He's had that. Abdominal palpitation. Let's do that. Fatigue, confusion. Is that temperature? Yeah, high fever. So let's do temperature measurement, and we'll see if that gives us any more information about Thomas Moore. So Jennifer Young. Okay, so I think these guys are kind of just going through the motions. We've got Christopher Taylor here. He has not got the polyp, so he can be treated fairly easily. Jennifer Young here does have it with the polyp, so she needs functional endoscopic sinus surgery. So can we can't just send you like to the general surgery, can you? We need to do that here. So let's give you all of those bits, and what we'll do in the next episode, we will get in some kind of hospitalisation and an operating theatre. Well, we don't need an operating theatre, but we need hospitalisation. But she should be able to go down to general surgery to have that be done in the operating theatre down there. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave this episode here for today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Join us next time where we'll be building out a hospitalisation for our ENT department, and I really hope you have an awesome day. Okay, so guys, I shall see you later. Thank you very much for watching the video guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel down below if you haven't done so already. And please feel free to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Have a great day. See you later.